There was a year when, from the outside, it looked like I had everything. I was building rockets, designing the future of cars, launching companies that were supposed to change the world. But on the inside, I was completely breaking down. People saw the success, they read the headlines, they obsessed over the numbers. But what they didn't see were the nights I spent sleeping on the factory floor, using a wrench as a pillow. They didn't see the days I just stared at the ceiling, wondering if any of this hustle, this relentless drive, was even worth it. They didn't see the moments when every single failure felt like a personal attack, when every mistake felt like it could be the end of everything. That was, without a doubt, the darkest year of my life. Tesla was teetering on the edge of bankruptcy. SpaceX rockets, our dreams of reaching the stars, kept exploding on the launch pad. A part of me started to believe the critics. Maybe I wasn't the right person for this. Maybe I was just a fraud who had gotten in way over his head. And then, as if on cue, everything started to crumble. So-called friends vanished. The critics got louder, their voices echoing in my head. The pressure became this physical weight, a constant, crushing force that felt absolutely unbearable. The very world I was trying so hard to change seemed to be turning against me, rooting for my failure. There were days I couldn't sleep. There were days I couldn't bring myself to eat. There were days when my own mind became the heaviest, most difficult thing I had to carry. But you know, rock bottom has a strange, unexpected gift. When you've lost everything, when you're lying there in the rubble of your own making, it forces you to make a choice. A very simple choice. Are you going to stay down here in the dark, or are you going to rise? So, I got up. I forced myself back to the factory. I looked into the eyes of the team that was still there, the people who still believed in the mission, even when I was starting to doubt myself. And in that moment, I realized something incredibly simple, but profoundly powerful. You don't actually need hope to keep going. You don't need to feel optimistic. You just need to take the next step. That's it. So that's what we did. We focused on the next step. One rocket launch at a time. One battery cell at a time. One heartbeat at a time. And slowly, almost imperceptibly at first, the darkness began to recede. It wasn't because life magically got easier, it was because I was getting stronger. That year taught me a lesson I'll never forget. Pain is an integral part of progress. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's the very foundation it's built upon. It showed me that even the darkest, longest nights can't extinguish a mind that simply refuses to quit. So, if you're watching this, and you're in your own darkest year right now, I want you to know, I've been there. I know how impossible it feels, how lonely it is. But please, remember this. The world only changes because someone, somewhere, decides to keep going when everyone else tells them to stop. That darkest year of my life didn't destroy me. In the end, it built me. And that's how I survived it. Because sometimes, before you can build rockets that reach for the heavens, you first have to rebuild yourself from the ground up. Thank you for listening. If this resonated with you, please consider liking and subscribing. Keep building.